Hey there, pin trader. My name is Elliot, and I'm going to be your host for Pin Trading for Beginners. Today is the very first episode, and we're going to talk about pin trading basics. The first thing you're going to need is pins. I have some pins here that I've collected. If you're starting your collection, make sure you're going to a reputable place to get your pins. You can get pins from the parks, from places like Hot Topic or Box Lunch, or you can get them from online. Buyers beware though, because online sellers might not always be honest, which leads me to our first topic, fake pins. Pins of all different shapes, sizes, colors, and characters are unfortunately faked. The problem with fake pins is there are people spending their real hard-earned money on real pins, and these fake pins only cost a couple cents to make. So why would you want to trade a fake pin when you could get a real pin? Let's take a closer look at this pin board. All pins on this board are actually fake. You can tell that the characters are a little blurry, the lines are a little smushy, and they don't shine well in the light. Getting a closer look at this sadness pin, we can see that when we change the direction, the edges look rough, all the gold lines are patchy, and there's dips in the paint. Real Disney pins do not do this. This Pluto pin is lacking good detail. It looks blurry, and it's not because of my camera's focus. It just kind of looks this way. The colors are a little diluted and not as bright and bold. Pluto's almost like an orange color rather than his bright yellow self, and you can't see the details of his eyes very well. Backs of pins can also get us a lot of information about whether or not a pin is real. In this pin, you can tell it's not real because you can't read any of the text on the back of the pin. Whereas for a real pin, you'd be able to read all of the details, like the year it came out, which park it's from, and its FAC number. Although this is an older Disney pin, you can clearly read everything on the back, including what year it came out. Sometimes fake pins look really real, but every once in a while, you can tell certain details that aren't real. Like these two pins here, they're actually both fake, but look at the color difference between them. Color is a really good indicator of whether or not a pin is real. If the colors are diluted, if they are a little off for the character, or you've seen the pin in a variety of different shades, it's probably fake. These two pins look pretty similar, but they're definitely different. This one is way more legible and has the proper colors. The pinks are pretty similar, but definitely different. Look how as I shine it through the light, it gets way harder to look at. There are also a set of pins called fantasy pins. A fantasy pin is a fan-made pin to celebrate a character or movie. These pins are technically not real Disney pins because they are not produced by the company, but they usually are great quality, made with amazing artistry, and show a lot of pride. As you're learning about Disney pins, watching videos and looking things up online, joining those Facebook groups, a lot of people call fake pins scrappers. Again, these are the pins that are only worth a couple cents and not made actually by the Disney company. They're made by people trying to make money off of fake pins. Fantasy pins are not scrappers. Again, fantasy pins are made by real artists. I think it's important for new pin traders to go in with a goal. Are you going to be collecting a certain character or celebrating one of your favorite movies? If you go in with a goal, you'll know what to get when you're in the parks and trading with others. Having a goal in mind gives you the opportunity to look up what the real version of your pins look like. You can use a pin website like PinPix or Pin It Pop. There's also now apps out there where you can scan or search for pins like the pin trading app. A seasoned pin trader knows where the fake pins come from. So if we see a little plastic bag or a Ziploc bag full of pins, we're gonna spot that from a mile away, and we're probably not gonna trade with you because we know your pin is probably not authentic. If you do have real pins and you're ready to trade in the parks, make sure you put them on display. You can get all sorts of different things, like cheap cork boards. I got a pack of these squares for only $1. Maybe you have a pin trading bag. This can be used to not only display pins, but sort and organize them. Or maybe you've already checked out GoPin Pro, who sells their own unique boards that hold onto pins and they really stick. I mean, they really stick. Whether you're going to Disney World, Disneyland, or somewhere overseas, you can find the Disney pin trading guidelines for the park you're going to. At Disney World in Florida, your Disney pin has to have the copyright Disney on the back of it. This pin, for example, is from Walmart. It is an official Disney licensed pin, although it's not from the parks. You can see here that it does say Disney on the back, and it also has the identification of the merchant who creates the pin. If you're just starting out and you want to get official Disney pins, I would check the Disney website or go to one of the Disney stores or Disney character warehouses. This is where you can find official Disney park pins that you can trade in the parks or with a cast member. Remember, no matter how big or how small your collection is, Disney pin trading is all about the pin community. It's all about creating friendships, creating trades, and having fun.